Hey everybody, Ralph Havens here, and I was thinking about it today for your video session. You know, years ago, this kind of day, it's a drizzly day up here in the Pacific Northwest, and years ago when I was living in San Diego, I loved days that were like this. It was hardly ever like this, right? Like there was days when, or times when it didn't rain at all for a year, and at least half a year, maybe more. But it was funny because whenever it did rain, then people would complain about it in San Diego. But for me, I loved the rain. And one of the reasons I really loved the drizzle and the rain and the cloudy skies was I had this really weird problem. You know, for the first 37 years of my life, more than that a little bit, I had this thing. I had a severe anxiety problem. And it wasn't even that was the worst part of it all, because I could hide that. I could, you know, look pretty good and that sort of thing. But there was something that happened that just made it where people knew I wasn't comfortable, and it was a very shameful feeling. But I had a sweaty hand problem. So my hands would sweat like crazy, and my feet would sweat, which I didn't care if my feet sweated, but my hands would sweat. And here I was, a physical therapist, an integrative manual therapist, and putting hands on people when they were sweating was just terrifying to me. You know, I'd be found out, and so I tried my best to hide it, but sometimes my whole body would sweat. And the funny thing was, when it was drizzly, it didn't happen as much. So I was taking all these classes for many, many years, and I still take a lot of classes, healing classes. And if it was drizzly, I would look at the weather, and if it was drizzly or gonna be drizzly, I would be so happy, like, oh good, it's gonna be not as bad. And it would still be there, but it would be more manageable. And if it was dry and hot, which it was in San Diego a lot, then I'd be terrified, because it'd be like, oh man, when it comes time to touch people in class or with clients, it'd be like, I gotta try to hide this, I gotta keep wiping my hands off. It was ridiculous, but it was more than that. It was just so shameful. I felt so ashamed, and I knew I had good stuff, but here my body was betraying me and making it where people could see that, oh man, this guy's not so confident, this guy doesn't have what's going on, and I'm like, but I do, I know, but it didn't look like that, and it would show up with this sweaty hand thing. Well, the cool thing is, I fixed it. And at first, when it started to clear up, as I changed a bunch of stuff in my lifestyle and got a lot of treatment and did a lot of deep inner game work, a lot of deep internal work, it started going away, and then it went away. And then I was like, wouldn't tell anybody about it, because for one, I was afraid it would start to come back. And then after, and also I just didn't want to fess up to, I had this shameful anxiety, sweaty hand thing. But then time went by and years went by, and I was like, other people need to know about this. People need to know they can get rid of this thing, because it was terrible. And I know the pain of having sweaty hands, like gonna hold a girl's hand when you're on a date, or shake some guy's hand when you're in a business meeting, or work with a client and you're gonna put your hands on them. It's terrifying. And so I started to tell more and more people about it, and I've got this way to clear it. And so one of the things that I realized during this whole process is I've been getting together a whole series of trainings and videos and healing sessions and information, so people can do this for themselves and get the work and help that they need. And I was thinking, well, one of the things was I got a lot of treatment, very specific treatment, very specific healing work, and I did very specific inner game work, very, very, very specific ways to clear root causes, basically what my body was protecting me from. And so I thought, well, I'm gonna do this. And so right now I'm in the middle of a 30 sessions in 30 days healing sessions with a very select group of people. It's part of what's going to be coming up very soon, the full End Anxiety Forever, No More Sweaty Hands process that I'm getting together for people. It's going to be video sessions, healing sessions, all sorts of information, and it's how you can do this for yourself. So if you've got an anxiety issue, if you have a sweaty hands issue, if you've got something that really makes you uncomfortable like that, then I hope you join me. And I'm going to be releasing it pretty soon, a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks from now. There'll be some free stuff and then some other stuff that you can go deeper with. And if you're interested in that, then go to www.autoimmuneanswers.com, and there'll be an email sign-up list. You'll get a 4-part video series that's kind of cool and can get you started. But I'm going to be releasing the whole thing here pretty soon in the next couple of weeks. So I just want you to know on this beautiful drizzly day up here in the Pacific Northwest that if you're dealing with anxiety or sweaty hands, you can solve it. You can get rid of it. Life can be different. And I'm Ralph Havens, and email me or comment below in the video and let me know what you think, what you're going through, and go grab the go get it on the email list. So www.autoimmuneanswers.com. There's a bunch of free stuff there for you right now, but I'll be releasing some more very specific information very soon. All right, everybody, have a great day, and I will see you all soon.